Imagine being kicked out of your apartment and then being told that you're an asshole for taking your stuff, because that's exactly what happened here. So this guy moves in with his friend. They've known each other for a while, things seem easy enough, and she's actually the one who finds the place and puts him on the lease. So it's not like he inserted himself into the situation. This was mutual. They move in, get settled, and for the first few months, everything feels normal. No tension, no obvious issues. They split chores, keep things clean, do the usual roommate stuff. At least from his perspective, nothing's off. And that's kind of important, because when something eventually does happen, there's no lead up. No slow drift, no awkward conversations, just a switch. One day he's out, just doing whatever, and he gets a text from her. Hey, we need to talk when you get home. Which is never good. So he gets back and she sits him down and tells him that she wants him to move out. Not, hey, we can work on things. Not, this isn't really working, let's figure it out. Just, I don't want to live with you anymore. And she's already spoken to the landlord. There's already a move out date. So this isn't a conversation. It's a decision that's already been made and he's just being informed. Now, obviously he's caught off guard, but he doesn't argue, doesn't try to convince her to change her mind, he just accepts it. Because at a certain point, if someone's made up their mind about not wanting you there, staying isn't really an option anymore. So he switches gears, starts looking for a new place, figuring out logistics, trying to get everything sorted quickly. And while he's doing that, he starts to notice something. Almost everything in the apartment he paid for. Not in a I contributed way. I mean the actual stuff that makes the place feel like a home. The couch, the TV, the plates, even the router for the Wi-Fi, which he's also paying for monthly. All the things that make the apartment comfortable. They're his. And that's when he realizes, when he leaves, the place is going to look very different. So he tells her, hey, I'll be taking the things I bought when I move out. And she says, okay. No arguments, no pushback, which you'd think settles it. Sometimes people agree to things in the moment without really thinking it through. So moving day comes. He rents a truck, packs everything up, and loads it out. She's not home at the time, so it's just him going through the place, taking what's his. And by the time he's done, it's pretty much empty. Not completely. He leaves the mini fridge and doesn't strip it down to nothing. But all the main stuff is gone. The stuff that he paid for. So later she comes back and now she's seeing it. Not as an idea, but as a reality. The couch is gone. The TV is gone. The plates, the setup, the feel of the apartment, gone. And suddenly it's a problem. She starts calling him, texting him. And when he answers, she goes off, saying he shouldn't have taken everything, that the apartment looks bad now, and that she doesn't know how she's supposed to explain this to her friends. Which is an interesting concern to lead with, because it's not about losing shared items, it's about how it looks. And he just reminds her, I told you I was taking the things I bought, and you said okay. And that's it. There's no twist here, no missing step. She agreed. And now that the outcome is sitting right in front of her, it feels different. So she hangs up. And then it spreads. She tells her mutual friends, and now the people are weighing in. Some of them are saying he's an asshole, that he left her in a bare apartment, that he could have at least left some things to make it livable. Others are saying it was his stuff. He paid for it, he told her in advance, and she agreed. And now he's stuck in that middle place, where technically everything he did lines up, but socially, people are reacting to how it looks. Because an empty apartment feels harsh, even if it's completely justified. And I think this is where it gets a bit distorted. Because being asked to leave doesn't usually come with the expectation that you'll also furnish the place on your way out. If you remove someone from a space, you don't really get to keep the benefits they brought into it. And I don't know, there's something about the order of events here that matters. She made the decision first. She set the move out date. She ended the living arrangement. Then she told him. He just followed through on what that actually meant. But sometimes people don't think through the full consequences of a decision, and now she's dealing with the version of that decision that's a bit less convenient. And now the question is sitting there. Was he wrong for taking everything? Or is this just what it looks like when you separate something that was never really shared to begin with? Because if the roles were reversed, would anyone expect her to leave behind the things that she paid for just to make things easier for him? Thanks for judging that one with me on Am I the Asshole But Zen. Let's see if your verdict changes next time.